morning, everyone. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Amber Mills. Welcome to The Balancing Act.
So, have you ever lost your voice?
Are you telling me that you want me to be quiet more often?
No, but I was just thinking, you're so funny. I was just thinking the other day, remember when I lost my voice and I was struggling?
Oh, that was tough.
That was the first time that ever happened to me. And then I realized that there are people who unfortunately lose the ability to speak. So today, we're going to be learning about technologies that are helping those with laryngectomies. It's a great medical story, and we're going to talk to a man who went through it. Inspirational. You got to watch this.
Oh, such powerful stuff. And speaking of distinctive voices, we've got Chef Ralph in the house, and it's getting hot in here.
Today, I'm going to show you how to make a Chimayo cocktail with Tsimayo chili powder.
Oh my, plus so much more, so let's start the show.
The Balancing Act starts right now. Our voice, naturally a large part of our identity. It's who we are. But imagine a world in which your ability to communicate is challenged after you've undergone a surgery called laryngectomy. Well, the good news is, thanks to advances in modern technology, there are a number of ways to help you get your voice back. Joining us with insight is Megan Kane-Benjamin of Atos Medical. And later on, you're going to meet a man who can now chat it up again with the best of them. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Before we talk about laryngectomy, I think about, the voice. I need my voice to do my job, and I take it for granted.
You probably only notice your voice when you lose it, and you can't do your job. It's very inconvenient when you don't have a voice.
And that's, of course, is laryngitis. But now let's talk more about laryngectomy. What is that?
Laryngectomy is the removal of the larynx or vocal cords. It's located in your neck. If you put your hand up here, you can feel the vibration when you talk.
Let me see for a second. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And then when you swallow, you feel the larynx move. The primary function of the larynx is actually to protect the airway from food and liquid going down the wrong pipe. Secondary is really to produce sound, which is your voice.
Now, this may seem like a silly question, but can we speak without a larynx or a voice box?
You can speak without a larynx or a voice box. We just need to find an alternative sound source, which is oftentimes the esophagus.
Okay, so when I think of laryngectomy, I don't know if you think about this, but I think about those anti-smoking ads that we see. You know which ones?
Yes.
They're very compelling.
They're so compelling because the objective is to get people not to smoke.
Right.
But most of the 3,500 laryngectomies, new laryngectomies each year that have surgery, go on to live very fulfilling lives.
So there is life after laryngectomy?
Absolutely.
Now the great news is there is technology that's helping people get their voice back.
Absolutely, and it's this.
What, just that?
Just that. It's called a voice prosthesis. There's a surgical opening between the trachea and the esophagus, and this voice prosthesis gets placed just like this, and so there's one part sits in the esophagus, one part in the trachea, and when the patient goes to talk, they cover the stoma that they're breathing through. It shunts the air through here and causes the esophagus to vibrate. And the beauty of it is that there is a small valve on the backside, so when the patient is drinking and eating, the food and liquid doesn't flow back into the lungs.
Fascinating. Now tell me what this is here.
So this is amazing. This is called the Flexi Voice. This is placed on the outside of the stoma, and it's a pressure-sensitive membrane so that the patient can talk without using their hands to cover.
Oh my goodness.
Which is basically what they were doing before they had surgery. And then we have, HMEs, a heat moisture exchanger. Just in a nutshell, this is your new nose. This is what you put on to help warm, humidify the air, which is very important to the health of your lungs. And there's one for the day, and there's also one for the evening.
Now, I know we have a clip with some patients who are using this technology.
Oh, great.
I want to hear what they have to say, so let's take a look real quick.
I'm the luckiest man in the world. I had cancer and lost my voice. I've now got it back. And when people that seen me months ago with the manual haven't seen me for a while, and they see me talking to them now, they say, it's just like having you back, Bill. And it's amazing.
Every day, me and my wife go for a walk. And when we walk, we talk.
To use the hand-free speaking valve gives me the possibility to live a very active life. Hello, my name is Tor Akestrom. I have a voice.
Truly truly remarkable and just changing lives.
It's amazing.
All right, amazing also is our next guest, so stay right there because we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to meet a man who is now talking up a storm thanks to this great technology. We'll be right back. Before the break, we were discussing laryngectomy, a surgery in which the voice box, the larynx, is taken out. It's usually performed in advanced stages of cancer. Well, joining me once again is Megan Kane Benjamin, and also now is joining me is Henry Childress. Good morning, Henry.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you so much for being here and for sharing your story. Tell me what happened.
We had a New Year's Eve party in my house, and the next morning I woke up hoarse.
Which happens to many people.
Especially after the New Year's Eve party.
Of course, you were having a lot of fun.
So I started going to the doctor and getting antibiotics, going to the doctor, getting antibiotics, and my wife finally told me we need to see a specialist.
You weren't getting better.
Wasn't getting better. So I went to one specialist, and he found a nodule on my vocal cords. And he's the one that found that I had the stage 4 tumor on my vocal cords.
So what were your options?
We started out with chemo. And we had chemo for 2 rounds. In the second round, I had a bad reaction. And so they pulled me off of it and sent me back down to the doctor's office, and he put the tube back down me, and the tumor was growing. So he rushed me into surgery and cut the tumor off. And then I got a trach right then so I could breathe.
And then you realized you had to have a laryngectomy.
When I come out of it, he talked to my wife and I, and you know, there was 2 options. I could not have a laryngectomy and maybe live 6 months, 2 months, or have a laryngectomy. And that was the decision we had to make.
This is very common, Megan, where you're misdiagnosed, time passes, and then maybe something like this can happen?
Yes, because there's so many causes of hoarseness. And it's cancer, laryngeal cancer is relatively rare, so it's not the first thing.
Now, Henry, I was reading here, you've been married for 36 years. Congratulations.
Correct.
2 children and 3 grandchildren?
And one in about 4th one in about a week.
Oh, well, congratulations there. So when you underwent the laryngectomy, how was your life? What were you doing? How did it change your life? It must have been very difficult, I can only imagine.
Very difficult.
All right, so let's move on. So you got the technology, and then that helped all that bad stuff go away, right? So let's talk about the positive stuff. How did this technology then change your life?
Made me back to the person I was before.
What were you able to start doing?
Play with my grandkids without talk to them, without them trying to write, and they didn't know what I was saying.
Community support really important in this situation, advocacy?
There's such a small number of people that get a total laryngectomy every year that they need access to other people that have gone through it and to education. Having people like Henry doing things like this helps raise awareness. And then there's so many events and activities. There are local support groups, there's national things, and I think that really helps with the understanding of what the future could hold.
That's why I give back now. I meet with patients before they have their surgeries. I like to help the patients, the people.
So Henry, I want you to use your beautiful voice and tell anyone out there who is hesitant about getting this surgery, what would you tell them?
First of all, I would tell them, if you don't get the answer from one doctor, go to another doctor until you get the right answer. And then talk over with your doctor if they're telling you that you need a laryngectomy. See if they got a patient like me that you can talk to. That made all the difference in the world for me.
Changed your life.
Changed my life.
And for more information on how to reclaim your voice, visit atosmedical.us. That's atosmedical.us, or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Spice up your kitchen with a culinary chemistry experience using organically grown chilies. I'm Chef Ralph Pagano from Quick Bites, and welcome to my kitchen. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a Chimayo cocktail with Tsimayo chili powder. The Chimayo chili is the native chili of New Mexico, and it's one of the finest spices. In fact, it's not just a spice, it's a way of life. Organically grown, Chimayo chili peppers are grown in a land that's known for its hot days and chilly nights. And what happens from that incredible land that it grows in is this dark, rich, deep mix of sweetness and spiciness, and it's so amazing. I'm gonna take the Tsimayo chili powder. I'm gonna make a paste out of it using the chili powder. A little bit of garlic, white vinegar, and a squeeze of lime. This paste now becomes a chili sauce. Amazing. You can rub this on your fish and your chicken just as it is. And I'm gonna add good old-fashioned kosher salt to this mix. Mix it all together. This is what you're gonna add to the glass when we're making our tequila drink. It's gonna be fantastic. We've got this great paste. I'm gonna pop it onto a sheet pan, spread out the mixture. Now, I've got the paste ready to go on my sheet pan. Set the oven for 350 degrees. Now hear this, turn the oven off. The hot air in the oven is gonna dry out the Chimayo chili and the salt just right. I'm gonna pull it out, and it's gonna be absolutely perfect and ready to drink. That's right, I said drink. I'm gonna make a cocktail today. For the first time in pressure cook history, it's cocktail time. Hallelujah! First things first, get a good dose of lime around the glass rim. Run your glass around in your salt, and get that beautiful smoky and richness all around your glass. That looks perfect. Then, here goes the secrets. I'm gonna put ice in my shaker. Gonna add to that some beautiful Blanco tequila. Cream de cassis. Cream de cassis is sweet. It's got the flavor of black currant. And the black currant with the smokiness and the richness from the Chimayo is gonna be absolutely incredible. A little bit of lime, apple cider, and now we've got a fantastic drink. I'm gonna shake that up a little bit. Oh, this is gonna be very exciting. All right, now, let me tell you what else you can do with Tsimayo chili powder. How about a rub for your steak? Right over here, I've got the simplest of all ingredients. Kosher salt, light brown sugar, garlic salt, black pepper, and the star of the show, the Tsimayo chili powder. How about my favorite guilt-free snack? Fresh pop popcorn with some Tsimayo chili powder on top. Absolutely fantastic, rich, spicy, smoky, it's great. Talk about guilt-free and delicious. It is absolutely perfect. Want to know more about Chimayo chili powder? Go to Tsimayo.com or our website, thebalancingact.com. And don't forget to share your favorite recipes with us. Remember, this has been a quick bite, but drink slowly. This is delicious.
We've all heard of superfoods, those power ingredients packed with nutrients and minerals that boost health, stave off chronic conditions, and keep us lean. But can they make us look younger too? Here to talk about the connection between nutrition and our skin is Linda Lizotte, a licensed nutritionist who's also president of the plant-based skincare line AMG Naturally. Good morning, welcome back.
Good morning, thanks.
All right, so let's get to it. You know, we are what we eat, right?
Absolutely.
So I actually believe that what I eat, and if it's good, gets me a nicer complexion. Yes?
Absolutely, if you're eating the right foods.
That's right, which is important to do.
Yes, so, you know, we're going to talk about foods that are, you know, packed with nutrients because the body wants to assimilate those nutrients into the cells so that all the cells can function at their best, and it actually helps us look our best too.
So good foods and bad foods. Let's first talk about the bad ones, those that we should avoid.
Yeah, we want to avoid the white processed foods, the white sugar, the white flour, the white pasta. Those aren't good for anybody. The hydrogenated oils, the bad fats, the trans fatty acids, we want to avoid all of that. So no margarine.
All right, so we have now 4 foods that nourish our skin. In fact, we have them here right behind us. Number 1 is coconut.
Coconuts grow in very hot areas, so they naturally can protect the skin, like from the sun, for example, which is interesting. They're loaded with electrolytes, which would be very good for preventing dehydration. And they're loaded with the electrolytes magnesium and potassium, particularly twice as much potassium as a banana. And those are great for the heart. They're great for blood pressure.
I got to start liking that. Okay,
and energy.
One I do love, and I do have energy, is papaya. We actually call that fruta bomba. That's a good one.
Papaya is great for you. It tastes great. It's sweet. It gets its orange color from one of my favorite antioxidants, which is beta carotene. I use beta carotene a lot in this line. It's extremely protective. It's great antioxidant that keeps the skin young. You know, you've got a lot of vitamin C, and that's going to help collagen production.
Now, the third one is one that my kids love as well, spinach and kale. That's a really good one for your body.
Yes, yes, the greens. The greens have very different nutrients, very high in calcium, very high in folate. folate, and folate is a B vitamin that's really important for preventing strokes and heart disease.
And the last one, let's see what it is. Oh, I'll let you say that one.
Sacha inchi.
There you go.
It's my favorite.
And sunflower.
Yeah.
Seeds.
These are Sacha inchi seeds. These are sunflower seeds. You're familiar with those. Both great snacks. We really should be much better than potato chips.
It's
right?
a superfood.
It's a superfood right there. That highest omega-3 containing plant on the planet.
And you had a great idea of taking a superfood and including it in your line of products.
Yeah, I was looking for a line that was naturally green, naturally clean, contained the superfoods, which makes sense because, again, like you said, we are what we absorb. And then the most important thing, like I wanted it to work. I want the products to work. So I have that here. I'm very proud of this. And like we have hydrating mist and toner. This is a 5-step system. Daily moisturizer. Just going to have your sunflower oil in it, and your Sacha inchi oil and your moringa oil. Very powerful superfoods. And under eye serum, I would love for you to put some on right now. See how you like the smell.
So this will go under my eyes.
Yep, this is for wrinkles. It contains retinol, CoQ10, hyaluronic acid.
Anything for wrinkles I will use. Next one.
And dark spots too. And then your nighttime moisturizer, very potent and absolutely good at turning cells over, making them younger while we sleep.
And I know you're very passionate about your Dead Sea mask.
Yeah, the Dead Sea mud mask. It feels great. You leave it on until it dries, and then you clean it off with a washcloth. And that's going to pull out impurities, and it's loaded with minerals from the Dead Sea. It's great stuff. And the exfoliator should be used about 3 times a week. Get rid of the old dead cells and turn over the new ones. And every day we should start our day with a papaya face splash cleanser.
And something I love is the fact that, and we talked about this the last time you were here, is that you can actually understand what's in your line of products. It's not ingredients that you can't even recognize or say, for that matter.
Yeah, because those long words that are hard to pronounce are typically chemicals that are being used as preservatives. Nature provides so many preservatives, we don't need to put those chemicals on our skin.
There you go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
And of course, if you'd like more information to learn more about the AMG Naturally line and Linda's work at her website, go to amgnaturally.com or visit our website, thebalancingact.com.
Your car's battery is essential to your vehicle. Think of it as your automobile's heart. It constantly pumps a steady stream of life in your car. Get ready to start your engines because today we'll be playing a game called Battery Basics. Fact or fiction? Only cold weather affects a battery. The fact is, a dead battery is common in cold weather, but did you know that extreme heat begins the wear and tear inside a battery? High underhood temperatures can literally dissolve your battery on the inside. However, you begin to notice it in cold weather when your car requires more cranking power from the battery to start the engine. Fact or fiction? A better battery doesn't make me safer. The fact is, consumer demand for modern, power-hungry accessories such as heated seats, steering wheels, GPS navigation, and cell phone chargers are driving the need for new battery technology, which requires a new breed of battery. Batteries from Bosch offer first-class quality for a wide range of vehicles and also provide the reliability and performance that modern cars rely on. The Bosch AGM also supplies enough power for frequent stops and starts and provides a reliable source of power for models with high electrical demand during the stop phase. Fact or fiction? It doesn't matter what kind of battery goes into my car. The fact is, AGM batteries must be used as replacements in cars originally equipped with AGM batteries. AGM, absorbent glass mat, is among the latest cutting-edge technologies for batteries. Bosch AGM battery has up to 2 times longer life than conventional starter batteries, and a 4-year warranty, and is also 100% maintenance-free. Fact or fiction? You shouldn't trust your mechanic on selling you a more expensive battery when you could just change it yourself. The fact is, modern cars use an increasing number of components that are running in a complex electronic system. This is why it's important to bring your car to a certified technician, such as a Bosch Car Service Center. Thanks for playing Battery Basics. For more information, go to BoschAutoparts.com or our website, thebalancingAct.com.
I have got to get me some of that chili powder.
Because you like it hot.
I am Latina.
Yes.
I like it caliente.
Muy caliente.
How about you?
You know, I like my men hot. I like my coffee hot. I don't know, you know what that'll be good in too?
We're talking
a little
about
bit of
food.
a Bloody Mary, right? That chili powder, like a little bit of a spice.
We went from food to coffee to men to drinks.
That's the morning time. I mean, come on.
There you go. Come on, let's say bye-bye.
All right, everybody, you can head to our Facebook page and our website. And of course, you can always follow us on Twitter because we've got lots more there.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.